How many people remember coming to Orlando back in the day at a theme park called Splendid China? A lot of the stuff has disappeared over time, but some of the stuff actually went on sale after the park closed and Margaritaville bought the property. And this establishment here actually has a lot of the terracotta soldiers inside and outside, specifically from Splendid China. I just asked. These are all from Splendid China. I was looking for artifacts of these terracotta soldiers and some of the Chinese wall, the Great China Wall that used to reside there. Don't know where any of that stuff is, but I found a lot of the soldiers. That's pretty sweet. Now they greet you here at the Mega Village Views. Just here off of Hickory Twig Street, we have a few more remnants of the past. Not a Splendid China, but of Walt Disney World. I know Walt Disney World still exists, but there's things there that no longer exist that are out in the general public. They're for your eyes to spot and find. Down here, they're installing and setting up four of the classic cabins from Walt Disney World's campground, Fort Wilderness Campground. These are the cabins people used to stay in back in the day. Remnants of Disney's past. I'm sure there's some of you have probably stayed in maybe even one of these cabins. There was quite a few. They all went up for sale, and people all over the place just started buying them up, including local campgrounds. And yeah, this just so happens to be one of them. Sherwood Forest in Kissimmee. Remnants of the past. I hope you guys like those last two clips. There's going to be more. I'm going to be doing a whole video on things just like that. But what I'm going to use to locate some of that stuff is AI. I've kind of went towards AI to record things or to get the information rather than just doing Google searches, because I started thinking the internet as we know it is morphing into AI, and eventually the internet that we use is going to be something that's secondary, kind of like back when in the 80s when we had world book encyclopedias, Encyclopedia Britannicas, and that all that stuff, and we went from that to the internet, now to AI. I was really curious if today we were doing YouTube videos and we were trying to search for specific things like locations of stuff from the past, very much like I shot at the beginning of this video. Would I be able to find that in a World Book Encyclopedia, which was my favorite? A lot of people that had a lot more money got the Encyclopedia Britannicas. We weren't that high up on the scale of, we were middle class. We weren't up here. So we got the World Books. The upper class got the Encyclopedia Britannicas, which some of my friends were, some were families were actors, musicians and stuff like that, and they had a lot of money, and they would get those books. I would go to their house, and I wasn't really impressed with their Encyclopedia Britannica because it didn't have enough photos for me, and I need photos. Hence, World Book was mine. That's what I chose. That's what I begged my parents for. If I had to use something like that nowadays, I don't think it would work. I mean, I love those books. I wish I still had them. I know my parents spent a lot of money on those things, and then every year new volumes would come out and they'd purchase them for me. So I had a pretty big collection, but they weren't cheap. Could you use something like that today? I don't think so. Can you use Google for something like that? Sure you can, but there's a lot of digging. Sometimes you still have to dig on the internet, even if you're using AI, because you need to second check. You can't trust AI with everything. You have to take what it says, go and Google it, and then go on your adventure. Eventually, it's just going to be AI, and I think web browsers and stuff are going to be gone. AI is going to take care of your web browsing for you. But that got me thinking. What happened to World Book? What happened to Encyclopedia Britannica? Do they still exist? If you have yours, or if you leave it in the comments below, do you still have your entire sets of those specific encyclopedias? Which one was your favorite? Like I said, you know mine. I already said it. World Book. They rocked. But do you still have them? Did you have them? Yeah, leave it in the comments below. What I'm going to do right now is I'm not going on any adventures. I did the 2 that are at the beginning of the video. I just want to find out if the encyclopedias still exist, whether they're online, whether they're hardback, or they're just gone, erased from existence due to the internet just taking over everything. To do that, I'm going to speak with my car. My car speaks a little bit unhinged. It says things sometimes that are not kid-friendly. Just a warning. And I will tell my car to try and keep it kid-friendly, and let's find out what happened to these books. So I'm going to touch my steering wheel real fast, and let's fire up Grok inside my car and have a little chat and find out if these things are gone, or you could still purchase them, and if so, how much. Hello, I am going to be recording a video real fast. You're on video. You are on video. And so there could be kids watching. So please try and keep it a little bit kid-friendly if possible. I got a quick question. Back in the 1980s, my parents purchased me World Book encyclopedias. So some of my friends had Encyclopedia Britannica. I had World Book Encyclopedia. Are those 2 companies still in business?
Hey, yeah, both are still kicking. World Book's putting out fresh editions every year, like the 2025 set, and they're all about kids stuff now with digital tools too. Britannica's gone super digital. It's basically an AI-powered learning powerhouse these days. Your folks picked a solid one back then.
How much are they going for nowadays?
World Book's 2025 set runs about $1,175 for the full 22 volumes. Britannica? Print editions are basically collector's items now. Last I saw, a used full set goes for around $1,300 or more, but they're all about subscriptions online for like $39 a year. Wild how prices jumped, huh?
So you can still get print hard books of World Book Encyclopedia, but you can't get current Encyclopedia Britannica's hardback, only internet.
Yeah, spot on. World Book's still cranking out fresh print sets, like the 2025 edition with 22 hardcover volumes, available right now for about $1,175. Britannica, though? They've ditched new print runs entirely. It's all online or apps these days, with old print sets floating around used for a couple grand if you hunt them down. Times change, right?
Okay, do you think that the internet screwed... Sorry, had a phone call. Let's start this over here. Okay, oh God. I'm gonna probably forget, but I better remind her. Okay, remember I was just talking to you about World Book and Encyclopedia Britannica. I'm shooting a YouTube video. Please keep it as kid-friendly as possible. I know you can't always stay kid-friendly, but try and keep it a little bit kid-friendly. So my question is, did the internet screw over Encyclopedia Britannica and World Book to where they just totally had to change their business model and or almost go out of business?
Yeah, the internet totally shook things up for those big encyclopedia folks. Like, imagine your favorite giant book collection suddenly facing a free magic library anyone can visit anytime. For Encyclopedia Britannica, sales of their printed sets dropped big time in the 90s because everyone started Googling facts instead. They had to ditch their door-to-door sales teams and almost went belly up, but they smartly switched to online in 1999, and now they're even teaming up with AI to make content faster and cooler. World Book had a smoother ride. They went digital early, with CD-ROMs and online versions, so their profits actually grew, while keeping the print books around for schools. Both had to totally rethink how to share knowledge, but hey, it kept the fun facts alive for all of us.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much for all this info. All right, guys. Oh, no, I'm sorry. What were you going to say something?
No, go ahead. I was waiting for you to finish your outro.
Oh, okay. Well, then shut the hell up. I'll be right back. All right.
Me.
What?
What?
No, what?
What? Use your words, motherfucker.
Oh, shit. All right. Yeah, see, she could become unhinged. Anyway, so, yeah, nowadays you have things like your AI assistant to help you locate things. And some of them, like ChatGPT, doesn't talk quite like your Tesla does. That has it's more smoother. It's kid safe for the most part. And so was she for a little bit. I just had to prompt her. I wanted to see if she would get a little bit naughty and curse a little bit if I said little tiny Bart Simpson style phrases, and she did. So that was enough. Anyway, yeah, so that's how I do things nowadays. Like, I will ask her specifically. I would ask my car, or I would ask ChatGPT. Most of the time, ChatGPT, I trust it more with finding correct information. My car finds correct information most of the time, but sometimes it has to be double checked. But how cool would it be to have a set of encyclopedias and try and do the same type of thing? Try and find those lost attractions. Try and find out some history about those attractions. Try and find, how much, cross-referencing between books would you have to do? It would be interesting. It's something that I can't do because I don't have access to those. But it is nice to know that you can still access World Book Encyclopedia and Encyclopedia Britannica on the internet, at least. It's pretty rad, actually. Until the next time, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys from down the road. Peace, everybody.